Hello, everybody. Welcome. Interesting topic today. It seems like I've been having to talk a lot about what's going on with me because so many people can relate. So I'll wait for people to click on. So welcome to another episode of Cosmic Heart Connection, where I'm your host, Tawnya, and I help you connect to the deepest part of your soul. And today I am like having all sorts of it's a test. I want to feel like test. If you watch my Monday morning messages, it feels like a lot of that. So that's what I've been dealing with. So I hope your guys' Thursday is going great. So let's talk about how I just said, let's flow with life. Flow with life, flow with life. I wasn't supposed to be here today. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you guys are clicking on. I wasn't going to be here today because I'm supposed to be right now on a plane flying to Sedona for a soul retreat. And my flight got canceled 15 minutes before I was supposed to walk out the door and head to the airport. So I'm sitting here breathing and not trying to panic. So hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. I am talking about flowing with life and when life throws curveballs at you and how to maintain and not freak out. So this is everything that has happened with me today. So I've been breathing and trying to, I'm like, okay, Spirit, there's a reason why I am not on the plane and the flight got canceled. Let me remind you, I didn't get an email, a text from Southwest at all that my flight was canceled. They said they sent it. No, they didn't. So when it's so funny because I have so many clients are like, how, people message me and it's like, how do you maintain? How do you keep your sanity? Hi, Cindy. Hello, love. Serve with love. I just got the card, serve with love, Archangel Shamuel. And that is so where I'm at. I'm like, okay, Spirit, this is supposed to be a soul retreat, an uplifting experience. Spirit guided me to go to the soul retreat. They were, Anna and Sherry were guests on Coffee with the Angels a couple months ago and talked about their soul retreat. So Spirit guided me. I'm in, alignment. I'm like, okay, Spirit, I'm going. And then this morning my flight gets canceled. So I have had to, and there's one flight leaving tonight. And I'm like, and he's like, what about tomorrow? I'm like, the retreat starts tomorrow. I have to be there tomorrow. This is not going to work. So I'm breathing and I'm breathing. Thank you for sharing because this is like hashtag real life totally right here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting here talking to my spirit team and I'm like, am I not supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? And I'm sitting here on the phone with Southwest and he goes, I've got one seat left for 7:00. And Spirit's like, just book it, just go. And I was like, fine, book it. I'll figure it out. I've had to, call the Airbnb, call the rent-a-car, call, all the things I've had to change circling around that, intuitives. And we were talking about uplifting and spiritual messages. We don't always talk about, hello, good morning. We always don't talk about real life and how do you deal with it within a crisis. We talk about it, we teach about it, but when it actually happens to us, do we maintain our sanity? So I love that I'm like, okay, sitting here and I'm breathing and I'm like, do I go on the academy? Do I talk about real life? Do I, okay, hold on. Now Spirit is interrupting me again and wanting me to share this to my page. So I'm just, how do you see it's talking to me? How do you share without, I don't know how to share this. I feel like somebody needs to share this to my page. Let me see. Okay. Can I get this to share? Oh, guys, I feel like I'm having that kind of day right now. Breathe. This is what we talk about. Okay, shared it on my page. I don't know how people do this. I'm not very good at sharing. Okay, so it's important to say that again. I know. So we're going to talk about it. You sit, because I had to sit here when everything was canceled and everything, and I'm having to sit here. And I asked, I said, Spirit, am I supposed to not be here? And like, am I supposed to not, I know they did, Christy, and I'm trying to keep up with them, and I'm like, oof. So I'm sitting, I'm like, am I not supposed to go? And we talk about, intuitives and everything else feel into things. So I sat in the kind of, okay, don't cry, because I wanted to cry, because I'm like, oh my gosh, and feeling into this. And I'm like, what do I need? What am I supposed to learn from this episode? And what am I supposed to learn from, being in the middle of something, and how do you respond accordingly to, first of all, not manifest a chaos the rest of the day and maintain your energy. And I think this is probably the most important thing, is because it's easy to practice this when you're clear, when everything's running smoothly. But when you get thrown a curveball, I guess that's maybe what I should have done this, is maintaining. And what I had to do is I literally had to stop my brain and breathe and say, okay, what do you want me to do next, Spirit? And then I had to listen for a minute. And yes, Cindy, it's going to be fine. It was a little chaotic because I had to just kind of make changes and reservations. But the tools are listening, feeling into, and I know because I can hear some of you guys who people say they can't hear Spirit, but it's talking about feeling into what is the right move. Yes, I know, because Spirit, I know, because I'm using, slow down. There's like lots of, okay. Woo, back and forth, logical sense coming in that everybody known that there's been, flights could have been canceled, but I didn't get notified, which is a thing. So, which it was funny. It was very much last minute. And I say this all the time, my life is a teaching moment, but I know, because they keep stressing it. # maintain your balance. And these key words is pulls you out of the chaotic here and brings you into, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? Asking, when you continuously ask for guidance, and here we go. See, I'm getting multiple messages as we're coming in here. Okay, so if you see Spirit moves my body and it keeps going like this, my not being able to see, like not in the seeing the direction, it's super, super, super important to say that again. Digest and go piece by piece, even when things were very rushed and very chaotic. You have to kind of maintain and balance your energy. And usually I'm not very good at this. So I was really surprised I didn't fall apart, because sometimes I'm like, I get a little like, oh my gosh, but I'm like, how can I talk about this if I don't maintain and my maintain my own energy? Okay, we got a couple messages here because I'm getting distracted by Spirit. And this is a piggyback message because somebody had asked for I want to say it's almost, ooh, there's an angel there. Okay. Like a prayer, and had asked for an answer. So this is going to be anybody who has been asking for clarification or waiting for synchronicity. I pulled this, your wish is granted. So what you asked for is coming. So I think it's also important. We'll talk a little bit. I know I talked about this somewhere, talking about these energies for April. Maybe it was the radio show I talked about this on, how we're really starting to see the progress and the moving forward. So it's moving you. Okay. Oh, Spirit is funny. I know I don't have very long. So if you guys are wanting a question and you're wanting clarification, please, yes, look at Allison's already on it. Please type it and I will answer because Spirit is wanting me to keep my mind off this. I'm teaching you all techniques Spirit does, like when you feel so you don't stop. I know, slow down. When you don't start the cycle of, oh my gosh, is I going to be okay? What am I going to do? This is like a huge cycle. Keep forgetting to ask for it. You do have to ask for help. And I was like, what am I, like, my whole day got all messed up. And Spirit's like, just come on here, just do this, like, talk about your story and moving forward. So I'm like, of course. Yeah. Okay. So they're being pulled to earth magic, but so I don't normally do this, but obviously Spirit's wanting me to do this and go on. You guys you've been watching me for a while. You know, I do this. I know, and the followers on my page are going to be like pissed that I'm giving this, like I'm doing this. So, yeah, so I'm not even sure what direction you are, Lena, but they're showing me south. It's south direction of where you are. Oh, okay. So this is funny. So they're talking about following your heart. There is a country that makes your heart sing, makes your heart melt. If you haven't seen any of my videos, I talk about this a lot. Going to places that make, or doing things, being in a relationship situations that make your heart sing. There is one you already have in mind, because I have, you know, the Spirit team here saying it is like you need to listen to your heart. You already know exactly where this needs to go, or where you want to go, where you want to be. And say that again. They're wanting you to start, how is that? Like, say that again. Manifest your worthiness and saying, I can it. Because it is a little bit more expensive, I think, is a place that you're wanting to go. And that's why they're saying, say that you're worthy. This is a beautiful place. Oh, see, I'm so excited about this. Yes. Okay. Slow down. So, but you need to follow your heart in the direction that is, but they're pulling me very far south, and they got me new moon, and they're talking about completion. So where you're at is done, but you need to head more south, but you know exactly where this is because they showed me your heart. So, and you guys, I could do all sorts of things. So if you want a specific questions, own in on that. So it's funny. Okay. So you're asking about the trees. And then immediately, as soon as I did that, it's talking about life force. This is where kind of you're missing today, missing. The trees bring a life force, a healing energy that they're wanting you. So it's not a message as I'm talking to you. It's more of a message of opening and healing. You have some past traumas, like we all do, but, and they go relationship bounds on really soothing and healing those. So that's funny. Commodity. They go, it's a natural commodity that can help you heal. So that's why they're saying this is something natural, but using this, and I'm almost seeing like you touching the tree and just kind of breathing in and asking for its healing energy to soothe any past. And they're bringing me around a heart of love that is deep within inside of you, because they're showing me the tree and the deep roots, asking for this energy to heal and soothe you on all levels and all lifetimes. So that's kind of what you're missing. Good morning, love. So Tony, this one's easy. You need to get out of your head and into your heart. So you need to draw your energy into your heart space and really ask yourself say that again, there tends to be a lot of this outward, of meaning people pleaser like here, but they're telling you shut the world out and come in and say, what does Tony really want? You need to focus more inward than out. So immediately, Erica, I got anxiety and I got tummy. So we're having a lot of, okay, so you're also an empath. You're absorbing other people's energy because they brought me into my stomach and they brought me into feeling a lot of chest and deep. So I feel like you are moving into a transition, Erica, of understanding, that's interesting language, spiritual truth, and how other people's energy really does affect kind of here, also physical, and how you absorb that. There's many, many ways to block. Everybody kind of talks about them. I really, 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 really believe that it's very specific for the individual, because sometimes I absorb way too much and a bath really works. And then sometimes it's calling on my angels and doing a huge energy cleanse. You're going through like a huge master program with spirit, to bring that different language. I'm not talking about physical earth. I'm talking about your higher self on the other side, doing a huge spiritual awakening and evolving. So you've been getting a lot of stuff lately and you're trying to program it. You do great with a mentor. You do really great with a mentor because you're getting a lot of information and it's coming in quickly and you're evolving quickly. So, because they're pulling me to the masters. Yeah, new path, new journey. Your reading could go on for a little while. It's funny because a lot of people who are having like awakenings is just changes in their life and their environment, and they're trying to understand it all. I felt like that was also for somebody else. Let's go. Come on. It's taking its time with you. That's thank you. Boom! Boom! I love this. So I channel and it shows up in the cards, and I got leap. So it's what you're going through. It's everything I just channeled. Everything I just channeled. This is the card just to back it up. You've got this. Oh, so much fun, so much exciting. These answers are always fun, but not really, Robin. And it says, because somebody kind of said this to me and it aggravated me when they told me, because it took me a few years to figure it out. And they said, you know what to do. You just kind of have to follow your heart and do it. And and every time that comes up, I kind of have an argument with spirit, because I'm like, oh, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. And they go, find the joy into you're like me, you like don't fit in a mold. So it's like taking pieces and creating your own, but it's going to come after a while. So finding like, oh, hey, you know what? I really enjoy to paint, but I don't want to do this. And I really enjoy to do this. And just kind of creating whatever it looks like, because like this, whatever I'm doing is different. I don't fit in a mold. You can't go to college for this. Spirit college, years and years. See, I'm getting dizzy. So that's where you need to tap into. That's where you need to tap into. Robin, is just start doing more things, yes, that make you, that bring joy to your heart, that make your heart sing. So, say that again. So, Linda, they go, it's time to start writing. Ideas, thoughts, emotions. It's funny because they go, let's go. Let's go. And now I'm seeing Archangel Gabriel. That's talk about Archangel Gabriel's all about communications, family. And sometimes a lot of people, I remember when I got, things they're talking about writing, I was like, what is writing? Like I get overwhelmed, but it's just writing. It could be journaling. It could be doodling, but you're needing to get this energy into the paper. It's the same thing as when you talk out loud. So your voice, your energy holds a vibration. So anybody who's trying to manifest things, so this might be a piggyback message, Linda, is when you're trying to manifest things, you can talk about it here, but it's time to talk out loud, because what you're saying is, universe, I'm ready. My energy behind my voice, say that again. I'm bringing energy behind my voice, and it's time to shout it out, and I'm ready. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Oh, I like Katie's. Because she's going through emotional. So I'm still pulling a card for you. I just had to pin this because I multitasking. Because I think that's important for everybody. So I feel like you need to, Linda, talk about it. Yes. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This was for Linda, and I got right here, they drew me down all the way to your work expands. I feel like you need to start writing and start getting some ideas on the paper. Because they keep going like this to me. Because you're going to see it, and it's starting to asking the universe exactly what you want, communicating. You know exactly what that means because you've had the question. So, Katie, at the beginning of my journey, I struggled with self-doubt. Any advice? Yes, we all go through self-doubt. If you don't go through self-doubt, I would wonder, because then I would think it'd be a lot of ego, because we all doubt. We all kind of doubt. Even when I do these, I'm just like, okay, and Spirit's like, get out of your head and into your heart. It's kind of what I talked about with Tony. Get out of your head and into your heart. When you sit and you feel into, and that's why my stomach was going off, Katie, about it is important. Anybody on this journey, anybody who's asking these questions, anybody that's asking, you step and you feel and you go into your stomach. We were designed to feel. Over time, we've shut that off. So when you feel into things, you get messages. So feel into, where does my self-doubt stem from? What is coming up in my life that's making me doubt? Is this a reoccurring theme? And sit into, how does that make you? What emotional response comes to you? Okay? That's just a little bit. My book is coming. You'll read it and you'll like it. You need to be seen more, love. Your voice needs to be heard. You're hiding in the shadows. You're a quiet person, and sometimes you don't always, yeah, I know, because they keep going hide in the shadow. They go, be seen. You have like a beautiful, vibrant energy. You've just kind of been in the shadows for a while. So they keep saying like, pop in, like pop out and be seen. Say that again, express who you are. Yep, thank you. Spirit is working through multiple readings for multiple people. I know, Robin, I know, we're all trying. We're all trying. You got this. So, yeah. When I talked about being seen, you're there, you're very much like this in your head trying to, yeah, I know, figure out all the pieces, but they want you to know that it's time to be seen. It's time. They keep going. I can't stress anymore. They keep going like this. I keep going this. Okay. The main theme today for everybody, and I'm not going to get to everybody's comments, and this goes right along. Sometimes we live in our head. And this is, I'm channeling this for anybody who, anybody who struggles with this. This is what I'm writing about. See, this is my book here. I'm working on it. This is my book. Struggling about being in their head and always trying to problem solve. And I talked about this. I'm going to say this quick story. I was a planner long time ago in my first marriage. I had a plan for a plan for a plan for a plan because I was here trying to always make sure like that nothing was going to go wrong. So I was always making sure that I had a plan and I had a backup plan and a backup plan. Me and my ex did this. The only plan I didn't have was the divorce plan. And it led me into a trail, into a thought of always having to solve the problems, always having to find the answer. And I stopped living in the moment and I stopped flowing with life. I held on as resistant and holding on that if I was to let go, like everything would fall apart. Because I was a young mom with 2 kids, newly married, and I felt like I had to hold everything and have a plan and everything had to be like this. And I didn't let go. I didn't flow and I didn't experience. And sometimes we hide back in our head and we hide back because we're constantly trying to problem solve. We're trying to find the answers and the resolution instead of stopping and feeling into things and letting go and understanding that spirit has our back. Today, when I started this video out talking about how my whole day kind of jumbled, but you know what? I'm like, it obviously was meant for a reason. Yes, there's a shortage of planes because of whatever's going on and whatever's happening. My ear, I'm getting a download. Instead of getting uptight, raising my blood pressure, getting in kinks, I just flow with it. So I invite you guys to shut down the thinking and the overthinking, because what we do is overthink. We think one situation and we think it out, and just let it go and kind of sit into our heart and feel ourselves breathe. Feel our chest. Feel the air in our lungs. Feel our physical. Feel our hands. Feel our feet. Stop just thinking about what's in front of you and how you're supposed to solve it, and just start to feel. Hi, love. She's laughing because she's helping me write my book. And she's like, are you going to give everything away? I'm like, I'm not giving everything away, but it's because it's so apparent right now. It's so everybody's dealing with it. I mean, everybody, we're all human. We're all here experiencing. So let's just kind of digest a little deeper and you know, then you can go on a whole nother rat race and evaluating the situation evaluating the situation on why it changed instead of just experiencing. You guys came in this human body to have an experience about life. So I ask, why are you living? Why aren't you living? I love your quotes. Thank you. I know you need to start hashtagging them, like quote by Tawnya, and then I'll be like, like take a picture. So Spirit says, why are you choosing not to live and experience? And it always stems back from fear. And that will lead me off this, and I could preach on forever. If you guys didn't watch Monday Morning Messages, please go back and watch Monday Morning Messages, because that's the whole cycle, a little bit of it. So I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm sorry I didn't get to all your questions. I hope that there was piggyback messages. You guys listen and follow your heart. And yeah, you guys have a fantastic day. I am somehow going to Sedona, and I'm just going to flow with it. And if I don't make it, that's okay. And everything happens, and I'm just flowing with it. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Check out Monday Morning Messages. If you guys want to schedule an appointment, I forgot to say that earlier because I was giving people readings. I've got specials running because I'm moving into my office outside of my house and into my new office. If you're in the Kansas City area, check that out. I'm running specials, and there's going to be a new special up next week for people online. So follow me there. All right. Love you guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Oh, wait, not Monday. I'm flying. I'll see you soon.